My name is Miriam Escalera Argote. Love, friends, crying, people turning their backs when speaking. Zoom in on random objects, surprises. The Legion. Is this a thing, Sergio? This is not a thing. Meaningless sayings. God gives birth to those who have not young. Talia with her mouth full of mud, and this woman spinning her hand. All this and more in this exciting Mexican soap opera. Today at Summing It Up, Marimar. This is the story of Marimar, an ordinary girl who is poor and is friends with a chicken cloth macha and a dog called Pulgoso who can talk but only the viewers can hear him. Marimar, if you knew I am living a taste like yours. She lives with Papa Pancho and Mama Cruz, who are not her parents but her grandparents. The thing is that her parents, well, I am not going to tell it. Let them tell it out loud. Her life has been so sad. Her mother died and her father is gone forever. She thinks her father married her mother and fate took him too far. What she doesn't know is that her father abandoned her life, he abandoned her mother. The thing is that one day Marimar was stealing some vegetables and discovered by the foreman of the house. As punishment, he tried to rape her. But don't worry, Marimar, because salvation has come. Leave her alone. Leave her alone, or all the beat the shit out of you. Than you with a hairy chest is the young millionaire Sergio. They're immediately going to fall in love. The truth is looking at you, even though you are dirty, disheveled, and barefoot. You are, you are beautiful. Oh, Sergio is so romantic. Do you really think I am beautiful, young Sergio? I told you, dirty, barefoot, disheveled, but your face is very pretty. Well, you didn't have to say it twice. Are you still asking after seeing her? Haha, it's not big deal. I've seen worse. Well, you better not even defend her, Serge. Why are you always so dirty, Marimar? Come on, Sergio, you shouldn't ask that. Sergio was insist that Marimar took a bath and put on a clean dress to impress him, but Sergio ignored her. He refused to talk to me, but I had batted asked as he asked. put on a clean dress, combed my hair. Poor Marimar, it was English for her, but let's learn the lesson. Don't take a bath because someone asked you to, but then he goes to find her, to appreciate her clean, very beautiful, but barefoot, and you haven't cut your toenails. You're a pain in the ass, Sergio. Leave her fucking alone. It's exactly the something for him, Maria la del Bar. I love you, only you, just the way I am, just the way you are. And why do you want to chance me? So no one will criticize you, so I can probably take you by the hand so that one day soon I can marry you. If you haven't seen the summary of Marimar la del Barrio, or live if up here, watch if ladder. But this is a bit right to criticize her for walking barefoot because one day a stone falls on her foot and she faints. Moral: don't walk barefoot, but despite all the criticism, he really loves her. In his fight, opposed the great. After just 6 or 7 meetings, Sergio makes the great proposal. Would you marry me? And obviously Marimar happily accepts. Those who are not happy are Papa Pancho and Mama Cruz, who don't trust him. I think it's a lie too. You hear so polite, so delicate, and a poor granddaughter, so innocent, so ignorant. Hey, stop it, stop humiliating Marimar. I'd be scared if I were you, young Sergio, because Papa Pancho is quite violent. If he wants to mess with her girl, as old as I am, I'll face him. I slit his throat with the machete. I'll cut his head off with the machete. I am gonna get blood on my hands. I kill him. I swear I kill him with the machete. Anyways, Papa Pancho and Mama Cruz arranged Sergio playing with Marimar. He wasn't to get revenge on the village in this novel. This father Renato and his stepmother Angelica. It's cruel what is invented to do, but it will be a good punishment for my father and his wife. They force Sergio to get married and he, to ruin their lives, choose Marimar, and that drives them crazy. Don't let him blind her. I'm not sharing my house with that Sean will be the longest took of the lawn Zenato. That's what Sergio wants, but they won't let allow it. But whether it's to any or not, Sergio and Marimar end up getting married and having their first kiss, and that Same height, they sleep together for the first time. Do you like me like this too? Very good, Mary. Mary, you played the innocent, but you understand everything. At first, everything was going relatively when everything loud ha 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 ha. Look, Marimar, it's with her land. But the next that everything starts to go relatively wrong and the fun is over because Marimar is so poor that she doesn't even know how to use the cutlery. Say this fork, it is for eating the meat. You could eat with a fork and knife like this, and then just with the work fork you take into the mouth. Exactly the same thing that happens to Talia in Mariela del Barrio. She's so poor. She doesn't know the difference between clothes and a costume. Do I look pretty? What are you doing looking like that? Well, for the party, why else? It looked like you're going to a carnival. And she is so wild that she gets irrationality jealous when she sees Sergio dancing with another girl, and she beats the crap out of her. She doesn't know who she's messing with. When Sergio tries to calm her down, Marimar proves to be a psychopath like Papa Pancho. I am gonna smash her head in with a rug, and just so now I am going to kill her. Don't let her take you away from me. I am going to kill her, and I am going to kill you, and then I'll kill myself. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Marimar is so violent that she pushes Angelica, and she also pushes the mother, who was having around. How dare you, you Nazi bitch? Although to Marimar's worst moment is when the evil Angelica wants to give her a bracelet, but she must pay it dearly. The bracelet is yours if you pull it out of that puddle with your teeth. And stupid Marimar obeys her, even down she could grab it with her hand and then is Angelica as she has done before. But with your hand on your heart, what would you do in Marimar's place? Would you put your mouth in the mouth for a gold bracelet? Leave your opinion in the comments, and since you are in the area, subscribe to the channel and like the video. Let's go on, but don't worry, Marimar, because making you grab a bracelet of the month isn't the worst things Angelica will do to do you. What's worse, she sends her a letter prudently to be sure you do dump her. You are not for me. You're not worth anything to me. I would live forever ashamed of your presence. But that's not the worst thing, Angelica's. Gonna to the hair. The worst thing is that she burns down the hut where Papa Pancho and Mama Cruz live, and they die. Pancho, Pancho. Goodbye, Papa Pancho and Mama Cruz. We will always remember you for saying the plot out loud and for being violent. I swear I will kill him with the machete. Oh, Angelica, you're so evil. You're a piece of garbage, but you're playing for this. I promise you will. Marimar is very sad because nothing works out for her. But you better save those dears, Marimar, because the memes for nut continues. Someone inadvertently cooks matcha. Maybe it's chicken? Matcha. My dear matcha. Oh, father. My matcha. Goodbye, matcha. We'll always remember you for being a chicken. After all this tragedy, Marimar leaves the neighborhood and starts working in the house of a man who seems to be her father. The thing is that the man is going to try to tie Marimar. You say, what do you need? Rent, rent. You don't say what's up. You don't understand. Can I sleep to my room now? You say, may I go to my bedroom? May I go to my bedroom? Not upstairs. You say going up the stairs. Don't shorten the words. And he also teaches her how to climb the stairs because Marimar doesn't know how to climb them because she is poor and the poor don't have stairs. No, don't look off the steps, says for hit and kept going up. You guys are probably lunging, but it's not that safe to go up the stairs. Mike's store on Instagram climbing the stairs with the hashtag Mary Mar challenges. the challenge that seems crazy but can be tricky. The thing is, Marimar quickly becomes a sophisticated lady and meets young Sergio again. They're good. It's my husband. And what has Lord Sergio been doing all this time? Well, we believe that story that Marimar had stolen the bracelet and they inflated the neighbor's hunt, and since he had nothing to do, he became a professional soccer player. Also, he had a mystical delusion and saw Marimar turning into a mermaid. Marimar, what are you doing here? But unfortunately, this going nowhere. What a pity. Well, that is it. I'd better get on with this. Marimar and Sergio meet again after a long time. But since Marimar is not dirty this time, but since Marimar is not dirty, violent, and barefoot, he doesn't recognize her. What does that girl look like? She looks like Marimar. You look just like a person very dear to me. The good news is they're back together. Other good news is that Marimar finds out that man is her father. Gustavo Aldam is your father. It is possible that destiny has brought me to his house. The bad news is a few days later the man dies. He just died. Poor Marimar, she is so unlucky. Nothing turns out right for her. The thing is that she ignores all of her father's business and overnight becomes an expert entrepreneur. You won't chance my mint, not even for all the money in the world. If it has to turn out that way, we'll be partners. I am not afraid of him or any anyone else. Have a nice day. Good Marimar, you've gone from walking dirty and barefoot and the beach turning $1 million company. Although Marimar's great triumph is to get back Angelica for the bracelet and the month. Marimar has some papers that Angelica needs and she will only have them to her on one condition. You want this back, don't you? No, on demand. And with the teeth. You hear me? With the teeth. From here on, it gets pretty boring because the beast is over and the characters don't do much. The most interesting thing is the duck love triangle. I don't know why Pulgoso prefers her. I'm sexier than Mimi. Let's go to the end of the soap opera, that's better. You're watching the end of Marimar. The important thing is that after many years, Marimar asks Sergio about that letter they wrote to her. He explains to her that he didn't write in and she believes him. So they get married, but this time they don't do it for a macabre plan. They don't do it for love. The end. If Marimar was mother did, whose father abandoned her, whose grandparents did by fire, whose chicken was cooked, who was forced to eat mud, and who was humiliated for being dirty, could be happy than you, who did not suffer that much, can also be happy. That's the message of the song, or the maybe the message is that you can stay calm because something you can get revenge of the person who humiliated you, or maybe the message is that you have to take a boat to get attention, or maybe this is the message good vibes birds to those who have no sound. Thank you.